Hey everyone, it's Mrs. D and I am here with the last part of the written application. This is a tutorial on the class listing. If you still need help with anything else, you can go back and watch section 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is like part 2 of section 4. If you are considering applying or have been denied, consider reapplying or applying with my referral link below. I will give you personalized attention and get you hired. Okay, so let's talk about the class listing in this video. The class listing is part of section 4. What does the class listing ask for? It does not ask for bullet points. Don't make bullet points. There's only one list allowed to be in this section, and I'm going to tell you about that. Now, it says, now that you've told us what you want to teach, let us know what your class will look like. Write a sample class description below. You should write this description as though it is for prospective families. Include information about what you will teach, how you will teach it, and what learners should expect from the class time. This field is only for our team and will not be published on the site. So, then it talks about like where to go. It gives you a link to go to see some other samples. So let's break that down. This is the second part of part 4. Okay, and so the class listing, again, we want to put that in a paragraph form, and we need to start that with something about the number of weeks, the number of days, and then the age group that you're focusing on, and then what they're going to learn. That's what we typically begin our class listings with on Outschool. So that would read something like, in this 4-week, 2-day-a-week course, for ages 4 to 6, learners will explore and learn to identify compound words. Next, you're going to make a paragraph on how they're going to explore and learn compound words with you. And I like to talk about the 3 M's here, and you have to include these in your video as well. So if you haven't seen that video yet, follow the link and, or if I can manage to get a card up here, follow the card and watch the video about the 3 M's in your video. We want to talk about the material, the method, and the manner. Okay, so let's break those down. In this class paragraph, these are the 3 things that you have to include in details. Material. What are you going to use in class? Are you going to use books? Are you going to use pictures? Are you going to use songs, rhymes, art, digital things like Padlet, Flipgrid, Nearpod? You can list those kinds of things in there too. Just briefly, students will explore this topic using Nearpod and then have open discussions on Padlet. Okay, so that's all the material that you will use in the class. Then you want to talk about your method, and I believe that the method is going to talk about, like, are you going to use whole group? Is this an individual class? Are people going to evaluate each other? Are you you're encouraging participation? How are you going to get the students to participate? All right. You want to talk a lot about engagement and interactivity and whole group approaches if you're going to do groups, because we want to, if we're listing a class as a group, we have to be able to manage them as a group. So we're not going to be calling out individual names all of the time where kids are just sitting there waiting for turns. But anyways, let's not get too far into teaching. All right, so that's the method. And then the last part is the manner, okay? This talks specifically about how you teach. Gentle guidance, encouraging students to participate, lots of praise when they do well, something like this, okay? So you're going to have all of that in a nice, brief, detailed paragraph. But if you're going to do an ongoing or a multi-day course, that paragraph can be much longer. And then what you do for a multi-day and an ongoing class is that you list, specific days or specific weeks. So you'll list like week 1. We will focus on these skills. Week 2, we will focus on these skills. Week 3, week 4, week 5, etc., etc. And you'll just give a few details about each one of those, okay? So that shows Outschool that you can kind of plan ahead, all right? So I think we've covered everything for the written application. And now if you are ready to go ahead with your video, you can check out those. I'll add the playlist to the end or to the cards. And you can always get in touch with me. Like, subscribe. See you later.